In this demonstration, we look into some examples and demos about threads. Here we have public class A, and inside the main method we have thread T equals thread dot current thread. So this demonstration is about this code is about getting the name of the current thread. So we all know that we have not created the thread here in this class, and we all know that the main thread is there. So we will see the name of the main thread here. So if you run this example, it says main. So we have not created any new thread. So we are just getting the current thread and getting the name using t.getName. So it will show main. Some time ago I prepared a blog post in my blog, so let's get some examples from here. So this is my blog. So next example, so we set the name my thread. Just as previous example, we get the current thread and we set the name my thread. So if you run this, you can see the output my thread, t.getName my thread. We set the name my thread and we have this. So if we have this line here before setting the thread, you can see before setting the thread, the name of the thread is main, and after setting to my thread, you can see the name my thread. Let's see the next example. So we can see we are getting the current thread and assign it to T1, and we set the name to my thread, and again we are getting the current thread, and when we get the name, it's still my thread. The reason is there's only one thread here. We have not created any new thread. We only have the main thread, so that's the only thread that we have. So if we get the current thread, it comes the main thread. It refers to the main thread. And here in this line, we are setting the name of the main thread to my thread. And if we get the current thread again, and we have only one thread, so it's again the thread that we have, the one and only thread that we had. Previously the name was main, but now the name is my thread. Previously it was with the name main, and in this line 10, we set it to my thread. So in line 11, if we get it, the current thread, the same thread that we are getting. So the get name will give my thread. Get ID. So you can get the thread ID. So you have ID 1. And you can set the priority for threads. to get the current thread, and you set the priority 3, and with the get priority you can print it. Priority is 3. So you can set it to any number, 4. So it should be from 1 to 10. The output is 4. So if we get the minimum priority, the minimum priority is 1. So you can get the minimum priority by thread.min priority. The minimum priority is 1. So just like the minimum priority, there are two other things: min priority, normal priority, and max priority. Those values can be retrieved like this. Minimum priority is 1, norm priority is 5, max priority is 10. The highest priority is 10. Min priority 1, norm priority 5, max priority 10. You know that there are several states, thread states. So if you want to get the thread state, you can get the current thread by thread.currentThread, and you can use t.getState to get this thread state. The thread is in the runnable state. So we discussed few examples related to threads. Get the name. Here we set the name for threads, and again here we set the name and get the name. Get the thread ID, and next we discussed about the thread priority. And we learned about the mean priority and also about mean priority, norm priority, and max priority. And we know how to get the state of the thread using t.getState. After getting the current thread with thread.currentThread, from that we can get the state using getState method. That's the end of this demonstration.